Thank you so much. Next, we'll have Tsi Day Smyth speaking, the Deputy Director of Voices of Florida. Thank you. Oh my God, there's so many of you. And you know what? Y'all are just the beginning, because there are people out today marching in 5051 protests all over the nation, in cities everywhere. There are thousands upon thousands. Y'all, my name is Tsi Day Smyth, and I am the Chief Deputy Director of Voices of Florida, a national coordinator with 5051. Now, I'm sure many of y'all have heard about Florida. You'll probably know we've been dealing with a lot of this for a long time. A lot of people have been joking that Florida's that the United States has kind of turned into the Florida of the world. So imagine what it's like to be the Florida of Florida right now. I love that. Listen, Florida has been sort of the testing ground for a lot of what y'all are seeing before you. None of this is really new. It's just straight out of the Florida Handbook. Voices of Florida has been battling in our state for reproductive justice, equitable education, healthcare access, and LGBTQIA+ rights for ages now. A lot of folks wrote Florida off in this nation, just like a lot of people in the world are starting to write off America. But our problems are everybody's problems, and that's how we wound up here today. So we are so grateful to be sitting at the table with 5051 to combat these issues on a national level with new activists like yourselves to give y'all access to the resources that we didn't have when we first started. Y'all, the American dream is dying, and I don't say that with joy or arrogance. I say that with mourning for the future that we all longed for as Americans. The American dream is the notion that with hard work, success and prosperity is accessible to everyone. It's faith in that dream that brought countless families to immigrate to the United States, and it is because of that dream that we are all here today, descendants of those immigrants. That dream is turning into a nightmare. Today, Americans have the highest level of income inequality in the rich world. And in the past 20 years, Americans have experienced the greatest increase in that income inequality in the world. And that's not a mistake. That is by design. We are experiencing the death of the American dream in real time. And it's not only dying, it is being violently murdered in front of us. The ultra-wealthy are not merely accumulating wealth, they are stockpiling it in obscene amounts while watching the nation fall into economic collapse. They have created a system in which they amass absurd net worth on the backs of hardworking, impoverished Americans. And what they don't want to tell you is that the system only works if they maintain control over the workforce. We are being systemically isolated from the rest of the world. Our media is being censored. Our borders are being closed. Access to help and resources are being withdrawn. Air travel has been made unsafe. And make no mistake, the president knew that tariffs would cripple the economy. That is exactly why he passed them. By spiraling our nation into severe economic collapse, Trump is ensuring that low and medium income Americans will never be out from under the boot of the wealthy elite in this country. We are in a crisis in which economic instability, climate change, and authoritarian overreach are feeding into each other to create a system in which the average American cannot possibly thrive. If billionaires, not to name names, raking in millions per day wanted to actually solve these issues, they would. But they choose to instead hinder progress to ensure that they continue to stay at the top. This is why they are canceling research on climate change. This is why they are dismantling education systems. And this is why they are privatizing Social Security. What's worse is they don't want to be held accountable. And that's why they are placing blame on our most vulnerable Americans, immigrants and trans folks. The average American will never be affected by the existence of a trans athlete. Yet that is what they want our attention to be on. You know what we are affected by? Hunger. Rates of death by starvation in the United States has more than doubled since 2018. It is time to wake up, America. It is time to remind the grotesquely wealthy that we are more than just cheap labor. We are human beings. We are the backbone of this country. We, the people, are the future of the American dream, and we, the people, are taking it back. Again, I'm Tsi Day Smyth, Deputy Director of Voices of Florida. Thank you so much for being here today. And I am very, very excited to introduce my Executive Director and friend, Sarah Parker.